Oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
Here. Hold on.
what?
We're
They're
just going to
waiting.
keep it going.
They're waiting.
Jesus
They're
Christ, I have
waiting.
to scroll all the way down.
Ah,
There we are. My God. It was way at the bottom. I forgot where we left off, so we're just back to Ron Clift from the beginning.
okay.
They're going to ramble, so get that geek on. It's time to ramble. There's no need to gamble. Unzip and let your nerd out. It's time to ramble. They're here to unscramble all the latest cool stuff. It's time to ramble. No need to stumble into He-Man's mother's pussy. It's time to ramble. Jerry, Eddie, and sometimes all right Cody too give you the gospel. Hell to the nah.
boom.
Oh, you know,
Boom.
is that the biggest regret? Is that Bishop Bullwinkle's no longer with us, so we couldn't have him on?
Right?
Like, don't you think would that just be the alt like a Bishop Bullwinkle?
I mean, could you imagine the lyrics we could have gotten for this song
if
from Bishop Bullwinkle?
wrote it. Some preachers ain't shit. Some preachers.
I
need to
mean,
quit.
maybe we plug that into AI and go, can you write
Could you write
a ramble
Bishop
song
Bullwinkle,
in the
a Bishop
style of
Bullwinkle
Bishop
lyric
Bullwinkle?
in Lua? Yeah, that would be.
That would be. I could type that into Chat GPT right now and see what
it could
happens.
do. See what it could do.
Right?
This is the Ramble. We're a geek's guide to pop culture. We're the geeks.
Yes.
I'm comedian, cancer fighter. It's just chilly. I mean, I am bald, but this is not a chemo thing. It's just chilly in here. I always feel like now that I have cancer, when I wear a beanie, it like feels like a chemo, like a chemo fucking. It's not just chilly. So I put on the Pink Gorilla Games beanie. I'm Jerry Rocha. Right over there we have
comedian podcaster Eddie Pence.
Eddie EP, the peeps, the
EP,
Pences, peeps. Here we are with a Ramble Radio 52180. This is our supplemental. So normally on Wednesdays we have the Ramble, but on Tuesdays and Fridays we have Ramble Radio. Now this is very unique because last Friday should have been our Andor recap, but by God we had Thunderbolts to talk.
We did.
So we can't leave. The people expect it from us. We can't leave them hanging. Who are we to do that to them? You know what I mean?
We're nobodies. We're nobodies to do that to them.
Not in that way. Even though, let's just see. Well, let's see what kind of guilt we should be feeling or not. How about that? Because I don't know if you knew this. You can subscribe to the Ramble, give it a 5-star rating, a positive text review. Here we are on the Podderation Network. You can also find us on YouTube, the Ramble Tube. We're on Instagram at Podcast Ramble. We have our merch page at TeePublic, which you can go to. Who wouldn't do that, right?
Who wouldn't do that?
Who wouldn't do that? But let's see. Let's just see. Let's just see. Hold on. Let's just we're gonna see something real quick here.
You want to know what what AI writes
for the Ramble
song lyrics?
I'm ready.
As in the style of Bishop Bullwinkle.
Yeah, let's go.
Intro voice, preacher style, soulful organ backing. That would be the background.
Look at this.
Ladies and gentlemen, ramblers and ranters, comedians and sinners alike. I said, woo, it's time to ramble with Jerry and Eddie. You best not gamble. They dropping jokes, truth, and scandal. Lighten up your brain like a Roman candle.
This is the greatest thing I've ever heard.
Organ swell, chair style echo, Rocha Pence, Rocha Pence. The choir's going Rocha Pence.
Rocha Pence, right. Which how I think that's how he would have done it so far.
Now we're into the verse. Spoken sung preacher cadence. So this is in a preacher cadence.
Okay. Yeah.
Now Jerry be roasting.
Ooh.
He the wisecracking sage, dropping geeky hot takes straight from the stage.
Look at
this. Eddie's got them thoughts that make you pause, then laugh so hard you'll break a couple laws.
Look at
crowd cheering sound effect. And then, you ready to laugh? We ready. You ready to learn? If it's funny, sure. Then buckle up tight. Don't miss your turn, because the Ramble train about to burn. Ramble on, ramble strong, all day and night with Roach and Pence. Y'all, the vibe's just right. Saying hell to the meh and amen to the fun. The Ramble has begun. Now let's get it done.
This is... Man...
If Bishop Bullwinkle was alive, that's what he would have written.
I think it'd be a little naughtier. Maybe a few things that we had to have left out. We'd have been like, well, we thank you, but we can't say this.
Right.
But yeah,
he may have taken some shots at some people too.
He may take some shots at some ways of life as well. But some lifestyle choices some people make. Now, that's incredible. You can also
thanks, Bishop Bullwinkle.
Thank you, Bishop Bullwinkle, from Beyond. If you want to send us lyrics, ramble@theramblepod.com. Real quick, Seth Kano here, right? Kano. Seth Kano.
Seth salute.
What up, Eddie and Jerry? 2-star Seth writing in. Seth Kano, want to share with you guys what I'm geeking out about. I recently paid $200 for this curvy lady. One life goal down, owning an arcade machine. I can update you when I get it working. It's a picture of a Mrs. Pac-Man. A Miss Pac-Man cabinet. That's fucking awesome. That's fucking
dope.
Awesome. Kano, what a haul. Brian E. tells us, here's what I thought of Thunderbolts. I would give it 5 solid Verns. Every actor absolutely killed it. They brought a kind of charm and depth that Marvel characters have been missing lately. Each one stood out in their own way, and you could really connect with them. My favorites were Russell, Pugh, and Pullman. They brought something special to the screen. What really stuck with me, though, was the way the film handled mental illness. It hit incredibly close to home. I've struggled with depression, social anxiety disorder, and body dysmorphia for most of my life. I still remember the exact day the depression first hit me when I was 14. I'm 45 now. It's been a long personal journey. All the love to you, by the way, Brian E. Seeing Bob's struggle reflected in him such a raw and honest way made me feel seen. It's not something you get a lot of in superhero films, and it really set this apart for me. My wife of almost 14 years has only seen me cry twice. Once when we had to let our dog go, and then when Yelena hugged Bob at the end. Then a half an hour later, again in the parking lot of Panera. I also like to add that this show has helped me get through my own personal void many times. We're here for you, buddy. We're here for you. And I can't thank you and Eddie enough for continuing to keep it going. Well, we can't thank you for the kind words and for the listen and for this email. This is a bit long and not funny at all. You don't need to read it on air. In fact, my social anxiety is clawing at me not to send this. Just wanted to let you guys know how I felt, Brian E. Well, had I read it before I read it, I maybe wouldn't have read it on air. Now I feel bad. But Brian E., there's nothing to be ashamed of.
No, it's good. Thanks for sending it.
That's fantastic. Thank you for sending it.
That's great.
We are here to help. We're always glad to help. And yeah, that movie, the more I haven't seen it the second time yet, but the more I think about it, it might be inching 5 to 5. My
the only thing that stops me from giving it 5 is because Endgame to me is a 5 Vern. That's 5 Verns.
So everything. Oh,
and I just don't know if anything else in the MCU hits that.
The 5 Verns. It was.
But it's as close to the 5 Verns as you can get without hitting it.
I had no idea that Sentry was son of Lone Star in real life. That adds so much.
Oh, you didn't know it was Pullman's kid?
I didn't know that was Bill Pullman's kid. I had no clue. I didn't put two. I was like, hey, looks like Bill Pullman. His last name is Pullman.
But the thing is, if these new Avengers can get Bob to turn into the Sentry, who stops them?
Who stops them? They're whooping everybody's ass.
Who stops Doom? Doom doesn't stop them.
Doom ain't doing shit to them. We'll see what happens. I can't wait.
We'll see what happens.
I can't wait, man. So, Andor. Brian E., thank you again, by the way. Always happy to help you. We're here for you, baby. We got you, man.
Yeah, anytime. Now, Luthen was my favorite character from season 1.
Luthen. We got taken.
Saw Gerrera. Lucian.
It's Luthen, right? It's Lou or Shen.
There's so many fucking weird names in this show. I can't
even.
I don't even deal with it.
Luthen.
I love the show to death, but the fucking names, guys. I can't.
That's the problem with Gilroy. I think he made it a point to make sure every character had a name. And it's like,
and it's too confusing because they're weird fucking names and they're said like one time.
Yep. Toby,
so you don't know who the fuck is who.
Give me a Will. Give me a Herman.
Chris, Lance,
Terry.
Anything. But like, I love this show, but my one complaint are the fucking names.
Dude.
Or at least say them every scene so we at least know who is who.
Now, Luthen is, I think everyone took a backseat to Saw after that second episode.
Saw Gerrera is the greatest character in season 2.
You just have to get high.
They're fucking sniffing paint, and like that's the greatest scene in Star Wars history.
Look, kid, don't worry about the rebellion. Just sniff this shit. We're gonna be fine. He's just like that was fucking amazing. He just makes this poor motherfucker lose his mind. That was already on the brink. That kid was already on the brink of going insane. And then it didn't help that Saw assassinates the guy he was training right in front of his fucking eyes. And then now Saw's like, fuck it, breathe in these fucking poisonous.
Is this why Saul in Rogue One has the breathing problem?
It has to be. I don't think that was a wound. I think that's just him just fucking inhaling all that shit.
Or is he taking hits of that shit? Is that what that is?
Or is that where you're taking hits? Because you said you can have all that you need now of whatever that gas was, right?
Yeah.
So maybe
it's not oxygen. Maybe he's taking hits.
Like, this is fuck. I'm getting high. Fuck you guys. He's basically like, I mean, I use the term good guy in the loosest, most fragile way possible. But isn't Saw Gerrera if like Dennis Hopper and Blue Velvet were a good guy? Like that's. I mean, now people have complained that this is a little slow of a start, these episodes. I didn't mind it. I kind of got it. I get what people said it was slow, but I enjoyed seeing Bix like going through her shit or Bricks, whatever the fuck her name is.
And it pays off. It pays off at the end of this. Big time payoff.
And I really thought the only thing that was slow so far, and I still didn't really mind it, was I thought they hung too long in the first 3 episodes with those fucking losers on the planet that he was stranded on.
Yeah, for something that's not gonna for him just to get in a ship and take off and leave him, we never hear from him again. I'm like, we didn't need that much.
We didn't need him. Just fuck him. But everything else,
unless they come back somehow.
I mean, it's been. I tell you, to me, the most tragic thing in the show is he left his droid behind on that fucking farming planet. Right. The red. I love that guy. I was like, oh,
that thing had feelings.
It really did, and it
really did.
Had to go. But,
later, bro.
So now, trying to remember because again, I see them all at once, so it's just one giant episode to me. But we have the aftermath of their escape. Now, and Cassian and Bix are living on Coruscant, which is like the balls. Holy shit.
Luthen says there's so much going on, it's the perfect cover. There's so much.
Perfect cover, just right under their fucking noses. And, man, it's just... What I think is interesting is the rebellion has gotten to Luthen so much that he's kind of dropping the act, even in public. Yeah. Like, the happy-go-lucky antique guy is now giving you the fucking hard-ass stare, and you're like, wait a minute, dude... Maybe you shouldn't do this so much around everyone else, you know. Right. Like, but man,
I think he feels it's getting close to the point where something has to happen.
It's the big break, the big
something's got to go. We can't keep this up much longer because they're either going to find us out or something's going to happen. So and you can tell that,
dude. I'm just wondering how the fuck do they save Mon Mothma from the Empire? Something puts her off world, and I thought it was gonna be him jacking that TIE interceptor. That's fucking first 5 minutes of the show.
So she's got to escape something. I would assume she escapes close to probably in the 4th
maybe the
installment
the last
here. Not
3 or like it's
that leads right into Rogue One.
But my God, so I thought one of my favorite scenes was Luthen's sidekick trying to fucking remove the listening device.
Dude.
Well, I'm just like, oh, fuck, they're going to bust her. I'm like, oh, God, she's dead. Oh, God. And I was thinking they were going to bust her, and she was just going to take the fall. Like, she's that committed. Like, she's like, fuck it, all right. I'm behind all this. Kill me.
And she would have.
She would have. And then that poor bastard who was on the business end of the best monologue ever in season 1 is, like, trying to help her. And it was just, like, the way she's just like, move to the right. She just, like... I'm telling you right now, I forgot her name too, but Luthen's
because they say it one time. They say it one goddamn time,
and they're done. But Luthen's assistant,
yes,
I want her at the free throw line I want her kicking.
You got to make a 58-yard field goal to win the game in overtime.
In
March
the snow,
her out there
in the snow.
Right March here. Her out there.
Come on. We're down 2 points, and she's got 3 free throws. Please, I'm not worried. There's 0.3 seconds left in the game. Not enough time to do anything else. But make these 3 free throws. I've got her. She's in.
But I love the way they do that. He's done this several times. I think he did it in the first group. I think he did it sometimes in season 1 where he's cutting back and forth between different storylines, and especially there at the end when they're getting ready to jack the Imperial transport, and she's trying to get the listening device out, and I think Bix is trying to go and fucking take out the like the way they're cutting back and forth and building the tension.
So fucking good. It was
so good.
it really, that final episode, I mean, I didn't even think anything was slow. I'm like, I'm into all this. I'm into seeing Andor and Bix try to somehow have a normal life doing what they're fucking doing. I thought that was fascinating.
And when does Bix get taken out? Because that's got to happen.
I think she takes herself out. I think that's going to be as tragic as it gets. I think it's going like,
because we have what? So we have 6 more episodes, basically.
Yeah.
2 more years before Rogue One. So we have a lot of people that have to die.
I wonder if she dies in the final 3, and that's why he's even extra ruthless by the time Rogue One comes around.
Yeah.
He's just like,
we got to get K2SO. K2SO has to show
He's
up.
got to join the team.
Bix, Luthen, his assistant, like all those people.
Saw's got to go into. Saw's got to find a new hideout.
Saw has to lose a leg. Saw loses a leg at some point.
Saw's got to lose a leg. Mon Mothma's got to get the fuck out of there.
So
like it's unless he was just shooting up, unless he lost his leg,
they had to take the leg
he was
off.
Just shooting that shit up on his toes. Like,
you find out he's not even a rebel leader; he's just a fucking junkie. He just sits in a cave.
Every time we rob the Empire, I get the good shit. It's the only reason I'm doing this. And the kid with him has got to go because I don't think he was in Rogue One.
I think everyone goes except fucking Andor and Mon Mothma
and the Moths.
Mons.
And Krennic.
And Krennic.
So
how great was that day? He's like, oh, we should have taken Krennic out while we were there.
Oh, that was dude, just I loved the way. And here's what I don't get is you could tell if Krennic could, he would just put one right between Mon Mothma's eyes.
They would both kill each other if given the chance.
But why hasn't he? I'm just thinking, like, they're in charge. Who gives a fuck? We're the Empire. I'm just wondering, are they still trying to hold some illusion that there is a system of government? So the rebellion doesn't get out of hand or doesn't go.
Palpatine doesn't take out the Senate until right before New Hope. Basically, during Rogue One, he wipes he disbands the Senate. Yeah. So these people still have jobs for the next 2 years.
Right.
There's still the illusion of a government because they're still trying to. Instead of just going into Gorm and taking the shit, they're making up this whole thing about trying to get the rebels to start an uprising so they can squash it. So they're still doing all the stuff a corrupt fascist government does, without out in the open having to do it. So they're still. That's why she's not dead.
That was one of my favorite parts. Was just he and her, just their little fuck you, but dressed up as hey, how are you? Like, man, and it was just fucking. Yeah, Krennic is such a great villain, and then what? Okay, so then we get to the next big tragic turn is we lose the girl. She gets accidentally killed by dumbass who has the blaster go off her in the heist. That is Cyril. I still don't understand. Is this guy just cosplaying as an Imperial? I don't get what's going to happen with this guy. I'm fascinated to know because he loves to be Mr. Oh, I'm on the inside. I can help. And you can tell that his girlfriend, Daedra, could give a fuck about him. Right? Yeah. Like, really. I mean, she can't even fuck him with the lights on. He gets home. She's like, look, I guess I'm getting some dick, but you're turning everything off. I don't want to look at you. Like, I'm dying to know how his story ends because your theory is still very much in play where the mom is going to fuck something up on his behalf.
I think, and they take her out or something. Because they're just playing him right now.
And what a speech Mon Mothma's cousin gives the dipshit at the end.
Just dresses him down.
Fuck.
Just dresses him down.
Fuck. Like, it's... Because how aggravating is it to think... You know what you're signing up for. You know how it could end, but we had a shot to get out clean, but this motherfucker.
Yeah. And you die like that. You win all you're in all this shit and you come out clean and then you die from an idiot taking a stupid shot.
Just like Wild Bill Hickok, some fucking dipshit at a card game, Just like what the fuck? I can't wait. I can't wait to see what happens next. We got 2 more chunks, right? Is that it?
Yep.
Fuck. Well, as fun as this was, Eddie.
It was fun.
You may have forgotten. I hope you do have contractual.
Skeletor.
I'm sorry.
I know. Skeletor. Summer's coming up.
Oh, summertime.
Do you have any plans for the summer?
Eddie, that's a wonderful question, and I'm glad that you've asked me that. Yes, I'm going to make sure that all of my minions are oiled up. I don't want anyone getting any sunburn on me. We have, you know how we dress over here in Eternia. It's a very possible thing to have happen. So what I like to do is I like to put suntan lotion on all of my men and women. And one thing that they all get kind of weirded out about, but I insist upon, is making sure that a little bit of suntan lotion goes on everyone's taint. You want to make sure that you have that covered up. It's the very important thing to do. It is to put suntan lotion on your taint. And I'm the best at applying it. And I just wish there'd be no pushback every time I do it. Just accept Big S is going to put a little bit of lotion on your taint, and it's going to feel great, and you'll thank me later. You really will. You really will. And of course, there is, there's a part of Eternia. You're not going to believe this, though, that the sun never reaches. Can you believe that? It's a part. It's not underground. Isn't that crazy? You would think, well, my God, where could be a place that's so big that somehow the sun can't penetrate and get through? I mean, not even an ocean we're talking about here, pal. Above sea level. Go ahead. Ask. Go ahead.
Where?
He-Man's mother's pussy. You thought I was going to say like a mall or something. Oh, I can see the look on your face. You thought I was going to say a mall. A mall.
Jesus Christ. Cinesnob, Cody. We want to get
Cinesnob.
and
Get him on Rotten
Cinesnob.net. Cinesnob.net.
check
Go
that
visit
out.
the new website.
Check that out.
Get Cody on Rotten Tomatoes. Eddie,
Check that out.
Where can all the fine folk find you?
5 days a week, patreon.com, the Ralph Report, Tuesdays, Fridays, Ramble Radio, Wednesdays, Ramble Proper here on the Podderation Network, and then also on Fridays, Not Today with Jen Sturger.
There you go. You can find me in the same rambling places you can find Eddie and Cody. I also stream video games most nights a week at Retro Rocha on Kick and Twitch. Just my name on YouTube. Find all of our shit. Subscribe to all of our shit. We will be back tomorrow for a regular ramble. Until then, enjoy the music with God, if only Bishop Bullwinkle. Anyway, take care, everybody. Bye.
Should I send you Bishop Bullwinkle's lyrics so we can put that into the rotation?
It's, I want to say no, just because it's like when Gandalf died in Lord of the Rings and Legolas couldn't tell everybody the lyrics to what the elves were singing because it was just still too raw to him.
Right.
I think that's probably why I couldn't.
That's probably.
I mean, just hold on to him.
I'll hold on to him for sure.
But it's the fact that we don't know what he could have done differently.
Yeah,
is what's gonna
haunt us.
Maybe forever.
Maybe.
I don't see how not. Oh.